Hey guys, it's William here. Welcome back to the Shape Game. I know it's been a while since I've made a video. Sorry about that. I might make an update video. Who knows? We'll see how that goes. Explaining I'm at a new house now, all that stuff. But I'm making this video because today, as of filming, and hopefully the day I'm uploading as well, it is September 18th of 2019. It was on September 18th of 2019 that I was first sick when I first got a side effect of having a brain tumor, and it doesn't seem like a year ago. It seems like so much longer because I've been in Houston for brain surgery. I lived there for a couple months for radiation and chemo, and it just so much has happened in this year that it really seems like so much longer. But I thought I'd make this video just going over that first day, going over the stuff that happened and all that craziness. So I am a hoarder when it comes to texts and photos and things like that. So I have not deleted any texts on my phone for ever since I had it. And thankfully, that includes, I had this phone when everything went down last year of 2017. 18, excuse me. Brain surgery, so bad joke. But I have a bunch of texts, well, not a bunch. Since I got sick that day and since I wasn't planning on all this stuff going down, I didn't document it in a way that's like, oh, I need to remember this day. It's more of just the texts of William on the day that everything went down. So if you haven't seen my video where I explain what happened that day, I was going to school. My parents were coming in town to visit me and hang out in Dallas. They live about 4 hours away, and I was on my way to class. I had just hung out with my friend, Melissa, great person, just hung out with her, got a smoothie at a place I'd never gotten a smoothie before, and then we went to class. We went our separate ways, and actually, the moment we both got out of my car, the moment we got out, I instantly felt a headache, like a weight inside of my head. And I never have headaches. I have never had them before, really. And if they were so rare, like every few years or something. I felt really lucky. And so to have this weird sudden headache, I was like, this is weird. It came out of nowhere. Literally, we were talking in the car, completely okay, and then I got up out of the car, and instantly, that's when it hit me. And I made it to the classroom door, and I stood there, and I was like, you know what? I want to say I fought through this and just made it to class, but I don't feel good. So I'm going to throw up and then go home. So, yeah. But you know that story. There's a video about it talking about those things. But I just wanted to show you maybe a few texts between me and my family that day and stuff that it's weird because literally up until that moment of me throwing up and heading to my apartment and going to the hospital the next day, literally up until then, none of us knew. That's how it works, but none of us knew. And it's so weird for me to say that, I know I had cancer then, but it's weird to think that, whoa, that day, before all that stuff went down, I didn't have cancer. And then suddenly, I had cancer. And it's life-changing, and it's weird, and you've seen me talk about this in my journey, but I just, looking over the texts, especially between my family, it was even more like, whoa, it's really weird reading these because everyone I was texting and calling had no idea we were just talking in a world where William didn't have cancer. I don't know why. I don't know why that's so interesting to me. But anyways, got my computer, got the text pulled up on here. Let's just read a couple of these. So like I said, at 12:15 p.m. on Tuesday, September 18th of 2018, my mom texted me saying, hey, we're leaving the house now, smiley face. And I said, yay, see you soon. Literally an hour later, I would be throwing up. So I thought that's, once again, felt nothing. At this moment in time, felt no pain at all. And literally within an hour, I would be in so much pain. That's just crazy. I seem excited. It's not excitement. It's more like, that's crazy, but I hate it. So then my sister, who at the time lived very close to me, within 5 minutes from my apartment at the time, when my mom had already texted me at 12:28 p.m., my sister texted me and said, hey, can I come into your house? I have a lunch break at work. Can I come over? And this is before my class had started. I was like, sure, come on over. And she ended up canceling, saying she couldn't do it. I was like, hey, no problem. Let me drive it to you, the food, so you can hang out, And the last text I sent to her before everything happened was, she said that something about a capuchin monkey. She's crazy, so I don't fully understand why that was mentioned. She just wanted, I don't know. I think she was explaining where the coffee's from, but she also said capuchin, which is hilarious. She might have auto-typed cappuccino and said capuchin, but I don't know. It's just my sister Alicia. She's crazy. I love her. So, excuse me. I also have a voicemail from the next day when I was still sick and had not gone to the hospital yet. It was early afternoon, really, when we went to the hospital that day, or mid-afternoon. But in the morning, I got a phone call from my grandpa. And this is still when I was in bed, headache, could barely get up, all that stuff. This was not when, okay, this is something serious. This is, we need to take you to the hospital. But it was getting close to that time. So my grandpa sent me a voicemail, and Google Voice, which is my voicemail provider, translated it to text in the best way it thinks possible. So he said, "This is Papa. Just checking on you, say hi. Thought I could come by. This is visit you this evening or afternoon, see how you're doing at 3 o'clock. Hope you're feeling better and can hang out with us soon." And yeah, that's just, it's crazy. I think since then, I personally, and I think my family too, I mean, I can't read minds, so I don't know how they're feeling. They can tell me how they're feeling, but I don't have to believe that, For me, I'm like, wow, it's crazy that I'm completely over this, except for the day I was diagnosed, which was October 3rd, I believe. Let me think, I got that pulled up. Yes, October 3rd of 2018. That's the day I was actually diagnosed with cancer. Until that day, and just maybe once that day and maybe once another day, I had no real reaction to having cancer. It was crazy. For me, I was just like, oh, okay, what's next? Where do we go from here? And I feel like I've lived that up until now. Yes, every day I think about cancer. It's a part of my life. I have medication to take every day. I'm still doing chemo for the next few months, and I still see a doctor once a month. So yes, cancer is still a part of my life that I think of, but for me, it's easily fit in with my day-to-day schedule. Now I'm just living life. Oh, I gotta see my doctor for this. Oh, I got medicines to take for this. Okay, chemo's coming up. Gotta watch what I eat. It's come into it, and for me at least, it has not become a burden. It is annoying taking chemo pills because for the dosage I'm taking, they give me like 6 pills, and I have 6 pills to take like every night for 5 nights a month. It's horrible. And the pain I feel from eating incorrectly while on chemo pills is horrible as well. But yeah, that I pretty much have gotten back to a normal life. I'm not in school anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm thinking about maybe going back to community college to find some classes of something I might be interested in. Now that I don't know if I'm going with journalism now, I might go to like screenwriting or something like that because I love poetry. I actually filmed a video talking about poetry and it has not been uploaded. I apologize. But yeah, my family, I think they've done a pretty good job of coping with it. At the time, of course, you can see my video. I did a video talking about my family and how worried and crazy they were about everything, which is totally understandable. And I think they've done really well. Some family members obviously are still impacted. Every once in a while, I will get that moment where one of them will just hug me and they'll be like, "It's going to be okay, William." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know it's going to be all right. I love you too." So they still think about it, obviously. But I think for the most part, I think we're all moving on healthily and doing well with this, and that's really cool. So I don't know if I'll do a video on the day I was diagnosed, since there's already a video of me talking about that. I don't know if I'll do a year special on that, but I do want to make a video on the year I was when the year I had surgery. So that was Halloween of 2018, which I love that it was on Halloween. It makes it so much easier for me to remember. Not like I would probably forget the day I had brain surgery, but it helps that it's a spooky day. I think that's kind of funny. And, of all the people to enjoy having brain surgery, I did not enjoy having brain surgery, but I was like, hey, at least it makes it kind of cool. So I'm like, oh, I had brain surgery on Halloween, so I don't know. Yeah, that's weird. I'm a weird guy. Anyways, hopefully this video helped with a little like bump in you seeing how I'm doing, what's going on. Like I said, I want to make a video for my anniversary of the year since surgery, and my family wants to celebrate that day too, and all that stuff, so that's cool. We'll probably do something like that. And I do have more videos planned for this channel. I want to maybe talk about how to eat healthy during chemo, mainly because if there's any pain I've gone through since surgery and all that stuff, it's self-inflicted in terms of I'm just stupid and eat the wrong things while I'm on chemotherapy, and it messes me up. So that's my fault. I want to make a video like explaining how I messed up and what you or your friends and family who are going through this can maybe eat. I know everyone's different, but at least it's my perspective. And I do love poetry. I want to upload my video about poetry, but I don't know, like I don't have my computer that I edit videos on anymore, so this is going to be a completely stream of consciousness video, and my poetry video is also like that. I don't know, it's like 20 minutes long. I don't know if that's something you'd be interested in, or you would prefer a video that's more cut down and less like, because in between the poems I explain what I was going through when I wrote them during my suicidal phase and bipolarness and all that. So if you're not interested in that and you say, hey, if you're going to do that, make it a shorter few videos instead of one 20-minute video, let me know in the comments. I love, your feedback on those kind of things. Anyways, thank you so much for being here this whole time. It's insane that it has been a year since I threw up in my college parking lot and drove myself home and passed out in bed. That is crazy. That literally this time last year, I was laying in bed in massive amounts of pain. That's just mind-blowing. I haven't had any coffee either. Could you tell? Could you tell that I have had no caffeine? I feel like I've had caffeine. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here for me. You guys are great. It means a lot to me that I have a community that I can reach out to and hopefully help with my crazy life, and maybe it'll impact your crazy life. So, in a good way, I hope. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.